A random black screen on Windows 11 can look serious, but in many cases the PC itself is still running normally in the background. Sometimes the display loses signal after sleep, sometimes the graphics driver crashes temporarily, and other times the monitor connection itself is the problem. The important thing is not to panic and immediately assume the GPU is dead. In this guide, we'll go through a safe fix ladder step by step using real Windows 11 settings only. We'll check cables, restart the graphics driver, review sleep settings, test drivers, and isolate whether software or hardware is causing the issue. Most users can narrow down the problem quickly without reinstalling Windows. Check monitor and cable. Start with the physical display connection first. If you are using a desktop PC, check the HDMI or DisplayPort cable carefully, and make sure it is fully connected on both the PC and monitor side. Also, verify that the monitor is set to the correct input source because some displays switch inputs automatically after sleep or updates. If possible, test another cable or another monitor temporarily. For laptop users, increase brightness manually and check whether the system accidentally switched to external display only mode. You can press Windows plus P and wake the display safely. If the screen suddenly goes black while the PC still seems powered on, try restarting the graphics driver using the built-in Windows shortcut, Windows plus Ctrl plus Shift plus B. When you press it, the screen may flicker briefly and you might hear a small beep. This shortcut safely resets the graphics subsystem without restarting the entire computer. It is especially useful when the display freezes after sleep, after gaming, or during GPU driver instability. Many users think the whole PC crashed when only the graphics driver stopped responding. If the screen comes back immediately after using the shortcut, restart Windows Explorer if cursor is visible. If the screen is black but you can still see and move the mouse cursor, Windows Explorer may have crashed. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus Escape to open Task Manager. Inside Task Manager, find Windows Explorer, right-click it, and choose Restart. This reloads the Windows desktop environment, including the taskbar, Start menu, and desktop windows. Sometimes the display itself is working normally, while Explorer simply failed to load correctly after sign-in or sleep mode. Check sleep and screen timeout settings. Now check your power and sleep setting. Open Settings greater than System, greater than Power and Battery, then review the screen timeout and sleep timing options carefully. Sometimes aggressive power-saving settings cause the display to shut off unexpectedly or fail to wake properly afterward. Test slightly longer screen and sleep timers to see if the issue improves. On laptops, also check whether the problem only happens while on battery power versus plugged in. Update or roll back graphics driver. Graphics drivers are one of the biggest causes of black screen issues in Windows 11. Open Device Manager greater than Display Adapter. Then right-click your GPU and open Properties greater than Driver. If the problem started recently after a driver update, try rollback driver if the option is available. If the driver is outdated, use update driver instead. Black screens can happen because of incompatible GPU updates, corrupted installations, or unstable vendor releases. Laptop users should also consider drivers from the laptop manufacturer because custom power management configurations sometimes differ from generic NVIDIA test safe mode. If the black screen happens repeatedly, test the PC in Safe Mode. Safe Mode loads Windows with minimal drivers and startup services, which helps isolate whether the issue comes from graphic software, startup programs, or system drivers. If the black screen disappears completely in Safe Mode, that strongly suggests a driver or software conflict rather than failing hardware. You can access Safe Mode through advanced startup recovery settings in Windows 11. Once inside Safe Mode, test basic browsing, sleep/wake behavior, and display stability. This step helps narrow down the issue before making larger system changes or reinstalling Windows unnecessarily. Check Windows Update and GPU vendor updates. Finally, check for newer fixes from official sources only. Open Settings greater than Windows Update and install any pending updates. Then check official GPU or laptop manufacturer support pages if needed. NVIDIA, AMD, Intel. Your laptop manufacturer, sometimes Microsoft or GPU vendors companies release quick fixes, specifically for display instability. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to TechFix Guide for more practical Windows troubleshooting tutorials.